In this lesson, we are going to talk about how to divide decimal numbers. Dividing decimals is exactly like dividing whole numbers. Remember that you use long division for dividing whole numbers. We use the same technique for dividing decimal numbers. So, to refresh our memory, we are going to talk about dividing 189.0, which is a decimal number, by a whole number, which is 18. To divide 189.0 by 18, 189.0 by 18, we put a decimal point right on top of where the decimal point appears in 189.0. Now we are going to say 18 is 2 digits. So we look at the 2 digit in the first 2 digit, which is 18. So it's going to be 1. 1 times 18 gives me 18. 18 minus 18 is 0. Then I bring 9 down. 9 divided by 18, it's not divisible. So I put a 0 here. Then I bring 0 times 18 gives me 0. 9 minus 0 is 9. Now I bring 0 down. I get 90. 90 divided by 18 gives me 5, which is 90. 90 minus 90 is 0. So 189.0 divided by 18 gives me 10.5. Now to divide 2.37 by 7, we are going to write it again as a long division. So it's going to be 2.37 divided by 7. First, 7 goes to 2 only 0 time. So 0 times 7 is 0. We get 2 back. You see the decimal point here? I just write the same decimal point on top. Now I bring 3 down. 23 divided by 7 gives me 3. 3 times 7 is 21. And 23 minus 21 is 2. Now I bring 7 down. 27 divided by 7 is 3. 3 times 7 is 21. And I get 6. Now you will say, oh, the remainder is 6. And there is no more digit. Remember that you can add zeros after decimal point without changing anything. So I can add as many zeros as I want here without changing anything. So now I can bring 6 down, 0 down. 60 divided by 7 is going to give me 8. 8 times 7 is 56. Then I get 4. Then I bring 0 down again. And 40 divided by 7, I'm going to get 5. 5 times 7 is 35. 40 minus 35 is going to give me 5. Now I can bring another 0 down. And I get 50 divided by 7, which is 7. So I get 49. And 50 minus 49 is going to give me 1. And as you can see, this continues forever. This is a non-terminating decimal. number. And depending on how many decimal points you want your accuracy to be, you can either stop here or you can round off the number. So you can say that 2.37 divided by 7 rounded to 5 decimal points is 0.33857. In the next example, we are going to divide 25.2 by 4.7. So, as usual, we are going to write the long division. So 25.2 divided by 4.7. One thing remember is that when you are doing the long division, if the left number, which is 4.7, has a decimal, we have to get rid of the decimal. So I'm going to move this one to the right one place. We have to do the same thing to the number to the right, so I move this one to the right one place. So I'm going to get 252 and 47. Remember that any whole number, I can change it to decimal by adding a decimal point. So I can add a decimal point here, and then I can add as many zeros as I want. Let's say we want to find this division and round it to 4 decimal points. So I put 4 zeros here. Before we start dividing, just make sure that we put the decimal point in the result right on top of where the decimal point is. So here is the decimal point, so I put the decimal point here. Now I'm going to start dividing. 252 divided by 47 is going to give me 5. So this is 5 here. 5 times 47 is 235. And 252 minus 235 is going to give me 17. Now I'm going to move 0 down. 170 divided by 47 is going to give me 3. So I put 3 here. 3 times 47 is going to give me 141. Now 170 minus 141 is 29. I continue, I bring 0 down. I get 290. 290 divided by 47 is going to give me 6. 6 times 47 is going to give me 282. Now 290 minus 282 is going to give me 8. Now I bring another 0 down. I get 80. 80 divided by 47 is going to give me 1. Because I can't have 2. 2 times 47 is going to be more than 80. So this is going to be 47. 80 minus 47 is going to give me 33. Now I bring the last 0 down. 330 divided by 47 is going to give me 7. 7 times 47 is 329. And 329 subtracted from 330 is going to give me 1. So I can say that 25.2 divided by 4.7 is 5.3617 rounded to 4 decimal points. The next example is the area of a rectangular lawn is 120.4 square meter. The width is 5.6 meter. We have to find the length. We know that for a rectangle, area is equal to length times width, which is the same as saying that 120.4 is equal to length, which is width, which is 5.6 times length. Now to find length, I will divide both sides by 5.6. So the length is 120.4 divided by 5.6. So again, I'm going to write 120.4 divided by 5.6. Again, we can't have decimal point on the left number, so I'm going to move the decimal 1 point to the right, and the same thing, I'm going to move this decimal 1 point to the right. So I'm going to have the division 124 divided by 56. But remember that for a whole number, I can have a decimal to the right and then as many zeros as I want. Let's say we want the answer to be to 3 decimal points. So I can add 3 zeros here and the number is not changed. Now I'm going to put the decimal here right on the top and I'm going to start dividing. 120, I'm going to pick the first 3 digits. 120, I have to see how many times 56 goes to 120, and it's going to be 2 times. So 2 times 56 is going to give me 112. Now 120 minus 112 is going to give me 8. Now I'm going to bring 4 down. I get 84. 84 divided by 56 is going to give me 1. So 1 times 56 is going to give me 84 minus 56 is 28. Now I'm going to bring 0 down. 280 divided by 56 is going to give me 5. 5 times 56 is 280, and this gives me 0. Now, I have 2 more zeros, so it doesn't matter. If I bring another 0 down, I get 0 divided by 56 is 0. 0 times 56 again is 0, so it gives me 0. Another 0 down, again 0 divided by 56 is 0. Now 120.4 divided by 5.6 gives me 21.500, but remember these 2 zeros after 5, they don't mean anything, so the answer is 21.5 meters. The next example, we have Jack, which has 2.5 liters of juice. Every day he drinks 0.4 liters. The question is that how many days will it take Jack to drink the juice? Obviously, we just have to divide 2.5 liters by 0.4 liters to see how many days he can drink the juice. So, again, we write this one as 2.5 divided by 0.4. Again, we can't have decimal on the left number, so I'm going to move the decimal 1 point to the right and the same 1 point to the right. So I get 4 and then 25. Again, I'm going to add a decimal here, and then let's say we want to 3 again, decimal points. I'm going to duplicate the same decimal point here on the top. Now 25 divided by 4 gives me 6. 6 times 4 is 24, so I get 1 here. Now I'm going to bring 0 down, so I get 10. 10 divided by 4 gives me 2. 2 times 4 is 8. 10 minus 8 is 2. I bring this 0 down. I get 20. 20 divided by 4 gives me 5. 5 times 4 is 20. And it becomes 0. The last 0, I bring it down. Again, I get 0. 0 divided by 4 gives me 0. And again, remember that the last 0 doesn't mean anything because it's after the decimal. So we can say that it's going to take him 6.25 days to drink all the juice. Now, 6.25 doesn't really mean anything for the number of days. So we have to round this one, and we round it up, so we say 7 days. So it will take Jack 7 days to drink 2.5 liters of juice.